I do want to start. I want to talk about Bougie's uncle, Sean Combs.
I
apparently,
got you. Yeah, let's talk about it. I'm in, dude. Yeah.
apparently he got in a little trouble today. Uh, I don't know. Was he arrested
Whatever.
today or was that like day old
I
news?
think it was yesterday, man. He was arrested,
All right.
dude.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was
really? It
today.
was
He was
today?
denied bail today.
He
Oh,
was,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, no bond, dude. Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
you'll stay in jail till trial.
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all. I mean the crazy shit they got him on. I don't know if any of it's gonna stick, but I was reading it was like holding these freak offs. They called it.
Yeah.
Basically, you had these male prostitutes, and he would arrange like I don't know, high ranking supervisors and security household workers and shit to kind of watch over it, I guess, and make sure people were doing what they were supposed to be doing. But they said sometimes it would go on for like days where he would allegedly force victims to engage in sex while he recorded it and masturbated. And I don't know, man, just a bunch of crazy shit. I mean, they raided his house. They found like 1,000 bottles of baby oil, a bunch of lube and shit, which is whatever. I mean, maybe they're having these sex parties, but the problem I think comes in is when he would force these women, according to the court documents, he would force them to partake and would make embarrassing like videos, I guess, to hold over their head. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit like
Are you
that.
trying to
And
say
he
this is
would
not normal?
say it again.
You trying to say this is not normal? Like,
I didn't say it's not normal or normal. I'm just telling you what
what's
they're
the problem? So what's the
Yeah, so
what's
where's
problem?
they said,
Yeah, I mean,
look, he was going so far to like schedule IV drips and shit for the next morning. That way they would kind of recover from all the physical exertion and the drug use that he had them doing. I mean,
It's
just
crazy.
keeping track of all the women's locations and shit, and I guess just to kind of hold anything he could over them. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like I
I
said,
mean
Boo just
that just sounds like Tuesday. I don't.
well, they said he's facing. I mean, fucking almost life, man. It's decades behind
Yeah.
bars.
Oh, he's facing a life. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the life he wants, but yeah, he won't be getting jiggy with it no time soon.
What they said, 15 years, man. It's
Let me
mandatory.
throw it out there. Do
15
you think
years.
there's
Dang.
let me throw it out there, man. Do you think there's the black book?
Oh, that's a good one because it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me if his ass got Epsteined. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, dude, you just hit the nail on the
Yeah.
head. I was getting ready to say
You mean
that, but
Epstein
yeah, I
himself?
mean,
Or are you talking about like
Oh
using
no,
that in
he
like a
no, he's gonna get
metaphor?
Epstein in prison if he's got any
Oh,
big names. Because
oh, he's gonna get
Brad
Epstein.
hit it. He's got to have some kind of names. I mean, there's been some big high profile people at these things that are like, oh shit, like
absolutely.
this shit's about to fall apart.
Yes.
So I'm with you, man. It's gonna be
I
interesting
think it
because
goes deep, dude. I do. I think it goes deep, man.
it
I
always does with these big time people, man.
yeah.
They got big
Look,
Yeah.
players.
from the
You get them.
Jay-Z to the Beyonce to the this to the that, there's no telling how deep it goes,
Well, like
And
Yeah,
yeah,
Jennifer Lopez knows all about all of this crap too. Like
I believe it. Yeah,
I
I
don't get
believe it too.
like they was married. Like she probably made a choice back in the day to, even though she knew what was going on with him, to marry him anyway, and she
I don't.
stuck
Did
with
she
him through
marry
one of these
Puffy?
situations. Yeah, and they had a court case together, a gun charge, and a court case together.
Oh,
They did,
I
and
forgot
then
about
now
that.
her and her high profile life, but they're not going to touch it. They're not even going to mention it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
right.
no, this spanned across the time that y'all was together, so you should be brought in for question. If you're going to be a celebrity, if somebody should say something. I guess
Right.
it's me, huh? I'm,
Wow.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Well, they said he had like almost like his version of that Ghislaine Maxwell. They called her the
I bet.
manipulator in chief, and I guess she was. They're claiming that
Manipulator.
she was the one, I guess, bringing these people in and setting all this shit up for him. Like this shit
Wow.
goes deep,
It's
man.
deep. It's
Yeah.
deep. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, you can look at it too, man. Like even some of the, and look, everything's speculation, man, here while we're talking. And when you look at all these reels or if it's shorts or whatever it might be, if it's Justin Bieber or if it's Drake or if it's this one or if it's, any of them, you don't know what they've been subjected to. And the stories I've heard, some of it's pretty dirty shit, man.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, because I know they've showed them videos before, and then, with Bieber around. I didn't even think about that. He
Yeah.
was like young, like a teenager and
Yeah.
shit around this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So there
Yeah,
ain't
you
no
think
telling.
about
This
it,
is let's see here. I was gonna look at his version of his little Ghislaine Maxwell here.
He
Call
looked
it a
good though, man, in the
gatekeeper.
orange suit today, dude. You know?
Did he? There she is. That's what they're calling his little gatekeeper, supposedly.
Really?
So, yeah, the manipulator
Now,
in chief.
who was that? What's her name?
Christina. I don't know. Just somebody's quoted as saying, "If anybody is gatekeeper, Christina would know everything." A source told the Post. So
She looks like,
I
is
don't
her
know.
last name Harris? She looks like a Harris.
she's got a little Harris look to her. Huh?
Good, yeah.
And it was like one of his producers or something that brought it all to the
Look,
light.
that's
man.
not
He
the
got
chick he
pissed
was
off
beating in
and-
the hallway, right, at the hotel?
No, that was his wife at the time.
That was his wife at the time. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's Christina Milian, I think.
Who Puffy
No,
was?
wait.
I didn't.
Yeah, Puffy
You
was
didn't
no,
see
it was
that scene?
Sierra.
Uh-uh.
Sierra.
Yeah.
Remember he beat Sierra in the hallway.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in like a
yeah.
robe, dude, and he beat her he beat her and drug her into the bedroom or something, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I forgot about that.
Or maybe he drug her first, then he beat her.
So what's the question?
either
What did
way,
she do?
dude.
Is that what they like
She
to
didn't
ask?
listen. Dude. She didn't make Daddy
Yeah.
a sandwich, dude.
Better stop, man.
Well,
What
all
else
day
is
long
in the
I've been on
headline?
TikTok and I've been watching all these rappers talking about how they haven't attended those parties. Like it's one after the other. Where somebody
So they're
walks up
start-
and goes, hey, such and such, hey, Ghost Dog, hey, this person, did you been? He's like, man, all of them, like all of those New York guys talking
So
about
they
how they
started
didn't
at
go to these parties.
Well, I can tell you one person that can't deny it is LeBron. Ain't nothing like a Diddy party, you know what I'm saying? So
He did say that, didn't he?
he did, dude. He had that
Yeah.
symbol or whatever the hell he did, dude. Yeah,
Looked
absolutely.
like a Diddy party, huh?
Ain't
Man.
nothing like a
Got to
Diddy
bring his
party.
ass in for questioning too. Everybody that made that mistake, instead of like, I'm embarrassed that I said that. If I would have known, did it? No. You said it. We're gonna bring your ass in. Bring them all in.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez, you married
Exactly.
Puff Daddy? Bring her ass in. All of them. Everybody's connected to them and get down to the real part of it. But they're
Yeah,
gonna do
'cause
the
this shit-
Hollywood shuffle. You know
It
that.
didn't just start, you know what I mean?
No.
Whoever
Yeah, it's been going on
whoever
for a
was
while.
around him. Yeah, exactly. It's been going on for a while. But anyway, man, y'all seen him? Dude, this is the craziest shit. Did you seen them pagers that were blowing up
Yes.
over there?
I didn't
oh my
see it,
God.
but I heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
thousands of these,
Yeah.
these Hezbollah fighters injured in Lebanon when their new pagers are simultaneously exploded. Now, somebody planned that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody made that happen. That is
Yeah.
the freakiest shit ever. Because I mean, what else can that be done to? You know what
Right.
I mean? I mean, we're all sitting around playing on our iPhones or our Android in Boogie's
They
case,
just
and then the
start
son of a
blowing
bitch
up.
just yeah. I'm like, that's a hell of a hack. I thought it was fucking
Yeah.
awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that, I don't want to say whether it was awesome that whoever it hurt, because I'm not
Would it
getting
just
into
like
all that.
malfunctioned and like fried a little bit, or did it explode?
No,
like,
it fucking exploded. Like boom.
C4, like
Watch.
you know.
This is just a little snippet they show, but this guy right up in there is the one that got it, and it was all like, most people wear them on their hips or close to their
Yeah.
fucking nuts, and it just
Yeah.
went off. It injured thousands of people. It's crazy.
So do you think somebody like put explosives in them and distributed them to the?
Let
me
fighters?
ask
Do
you
they
who.
think they were like hacked?
Yeah,
and
that's
made
what
to
that's what
blow
I'm
up?
thinking. It had to go back like to the manufacturer.
No,
said,
not even that. Who do you think? I mean, who are we fighting here, man? Let's talk about the analytics of it and really the conspiracy thought of it. Who do you think? And I have my opinions, man, but who where are they going off at? Shane, where are these beepers going off at?
That was in Lebanon, wasn't it?
Why did they have
There you go.
beepers?
Yeah.
I-
I don't.
because-
because they said it was a way for them to communicate without being tracked.
Absolutely. You're 100% right.
terrorists
You took the words
is
out
what
of my
it is.
mouth, man. Absolutely.
So-
So, who do you think could be behind it? And I mean, look, I think the last group of people you want behind it, because I think we're getting closer and closer on the cusp of some type of World War III here. But and I'll tell you, it hasn't been proven yet. But could it be the Israelis?
Well, it says that right here. I mean, all the
I would
headlines say it.
assume so.
I
Yeah.
think they
Yeah.
claimed it. I don't even think they denied it. But
Right.
it's saying high explosive PETN, whatever that is. Justin, you have any clue? You're a freaking gun and bomb nut.
Right.
That it's a peroxide based explosive.
So how the hell did it get in it? Or did they?
It only takes a small. It's actually the reason
Oh,
why
here
you
it-
can't bring more than, what is it, 8 ounces on an airplane. It's that
Yeah.
explosive because it doesn't take much.
Yeah, it says the devices were then detonated by an external signal that caused the batteries to overheat. So once it got hot,
Wow.
boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a
Yeah, but
highly
it all did it
explosive material.
simultaneously, right?
That
Yeah,
PETN
it all
shit's-
did at the same time.
That's the same
Then how do
shit
you
they
get-
used at the Boston bombings when they blew up the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, but how do you
wouldn't-
get it to simultaneously overheat?
Well,
I
because
guess they
sent
sent
out
the signal to
they
everything.
sent out a
all the
signal
pagers.
that hit them all at once. But my question is, how did they, like Bougie said, how did they get it in the pagers? Like what?
Oh, it was
It
back to the
had to be
manufacturer.
back to the manufacturer for sure. They were like, "Hey, put these
Absolutely.
in these pagers and send them to these guys."
Yeah,
Right.
it
So
says,
where were they manufactured at?
I don't know. It says the complex operation resulted in a mass attack against Hezbollah. Is that how you say that? Hezbollah? How do they pronounce that?
Hezbollah.
Hezbollah operative,
Hezbollah?
killing 9 people and leaving some 2,800 others injured when the pagers detonated on Tuesday morning across Lebanon and parts of Syria. Hezbollah confirmed that many of its fighters and medics were injured by the blast. The biggest security breach, blah, blah, blah. While Israel refused to
Wow.
comment on the attack, Hezbollah and Lebanese officials have blamed the Jewish state with the terror group vowing revenge. See, that's the problem. It ain't stopping there.
No,
Exactly
well,
right, dude.
CNN's
Exactly right, dude.
headline says Israel's military and the Mossad are behind the pager explosions that injured thousands in Lebanon. So who's the Mossad?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, anybody. Mossad.
The Mossad?
Yeah.
No, that is let's find out. Mossad is responsible for intelligence collection, covert operations, and counterterrorism. Is what it's saying.
For
Now,
Israel?
Israel based.
it's a good.
It almost sounds like it could be.
Yeah. It's got to be. Yeah. And then they're saying, let's see, the devices that detonated were all the latest models acquired by Hezbollah in recent months and distributed to its members. Through the use of malware, the devices could have seen their batteries overheat and trigger the explosives. So somebody, I'm just trying to like, who gave them these damn things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It says back in March, Hezbollah leaders had warned his fighters not to carry cell phones around, telling them that they could be used to track their movements. So they started carrying these and it got all their nuts blown off. That's a look, you know, whether you're keeping up with this shit or not, it's pretty damn impressive, man. It's scary.
It really is.
It's an impressive attack. I got to give it to him, man.
Yeah.
That's
How can you? It is. It's impressive how you can infiltrate an organization or whatever it might be through beepers, because cell
just to
phones.
think,
wasn't,
I mean, these motherfuckers will think of any way they can to kill
Absolutely.
the enemy. Because it's like when I first heard that, I'm like, who the hell carries beepers? You know, and then I'm like, okay, well, they're doing it nowadays not to be tracked. But then it's like somebody thought out this plan that what if we make these beepers blow up at the same time? And I'm like, gee, who the hell are we dealing with? Like, my
Right.
God. But they're
Couldn't
around.
agree more with it.
But
Oh yeah.
think of the levels of that. All right, number one, you have to infiltrate that military. Number two, you have to convince them that it's not a good idea to carry their cell phones. Then number three, you have to be the one who all of a sudden has this inside track on getting these beepers. And then number four, you have to be able to get them to buy those beepers and put it on them. And then number five, you have to go back and hit the signal to make sure that they all blow up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Crazy.
Well,
It wasn't just
yes,
one
well
person.
thought
That
out.
was like, yeah, to the point that they probably shouldn't trust their own government.
That's governmental stuff, Booch. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, they shouldn't
Yeah.
trust their own government after some shit like
No.
that. 'Cause that sounds like it's their own people that are turning them into martyrs.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, man, they said that dude that just tried to take out Trump, they said he was there for 12 hours hiding in them damn bushes.
Jesus.
12 hours.
How?
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to know how the CIA, the Secret Service agent, sees a gun barrel sticking out of the bushes, but they can't see somebody with an AR climbing on a white roof.
It wasn't the same people.
They probably saw it, but
It wasn't the same
Yeah.
people. Thank God. They
Yeah.
probably got fired, or they probably got fired upon for that. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, or demoted or something.
Going back to the office
sure,
after some shit like that. Could you imagine you
Yeah,
go to
I
work
just-
and then the president gets shot while you're standing there, doing whatever you're doing, and you have to go back to the office after that? That's a long day.
Well, hell, over there you
A
might get
long
congratulated. You know,
Jesus Christ.
It's
or
so
reprimanded
true, man.
because it didn't, go exactly as planned. But
What type of duty do you think they put him on? It ain't desk duty. They probably clean the
Nothing.
toilets in Guantanamo somewhere.
and it only because they fucked the whole mission up.
Yeah.
The way
Exactly.
I see it.
Man. Right.
Come on
Ain't that
now.
the
All
truth?
right.
It's just that we're looking at two of them in just a couple months' time, and
And look, I want to stand corrected real quick, not Shane, not to cut you off, but I know
Yeah.
when you and I were talking a couple days ago, I was touting 33 days,
Yes.
but it's
Yeah,
really
that was
like
incorrect.
63 days. Yeah,
Yes.
I do. And I want to,
No, I
wanna
got it,
say
'cause
that was wrong, but it was about 63 days, dude, since the
Yeah.
last attempt.
Yeah,
You know,
I caught that after the fact. We were wrong on the timing, but
We were.
regardless, it was the point that within a small time frame, this has happened twice, that they've let some nut break through this barrier that's supposed to be created by Secret Service. Now,
Exactly.
they want you to not sit there and throw out allegations about this shit being orchestrated and planned or whatever you want to call it, but yet every time you turn around and you start reading deeper into this shit, it's hard not to go that route, because this guy, of course, was on the fucking radar of the CIA, the FBI, and every other three-letter fucking organization you can name. You know what I mean? This dude wasn't
Yes.
new to these people.
No.
He was traveling
question.
around the world. I mean, he
Here's a
was.
question, though.
Go ahead.
How big that list is of that CIA list and all of that? I mean, it's done got to the point now to where we're probably on that damn list.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That it's just such
They
a
always say
massive
the same
list.
thing. It's like that every time you turn around, you hear somebody done something bad, and they were
Yeah.
on the list. They were on the list. Is this
Yeah.
list just basically just like a ledger of everybody that exists? Because I keep hearing the same shit.
It's a good point. It really is, because I get exactly what you're saying. That's a good
Yeah.
point. That just
You know what I
because
mean?
you're on a list doesn't mean you're being watched every day, all day by whoever's got you on that list. I get that, but
Well, I want
At
to
the
see.
sta-
I want to see the list. I want to see who was before that person, who was after
Right.
that person, and I want to see that person's name. And I want to see just what's on side of their name instead of some news that says they were on the list. Because I'm that shit's getting worn out. I just keep hearing it
That's
over
true.
and over and over again, and it's getting to the point now to where that shit is baseless.
yeah, I'll give it to you, because you're right. It's like everybody's on a list.
All right, so hand the list over to the public, to the people, and let us take care of
Yeah.
it.
It's not going to happen.
Or we can't hand it to you because
Well.
it doesn't exist, or because it's everybody, one or the other.
Well, I mean,
You understand what I'm saying?
in list or no list, there's really no excuse for someone to be sitting at the golf course for 12 hours unnoticed,
Right.
knowing that someone with a stature of Trump is going to be around that golf course. I mean, the CIA now, I think they admitted that they didn't do a sweep of the golf
Right.
course ahead of time. Now, why would you not? And to see
60 days
that's
after he almost got shot the first time, and you're not
that
going to do a sweep.
exactly. And that's why you keep going down these little rabbit holes or these conspiracy holes as far as something bigger is going on. Now, you got some people that kind of respond like you do sometimes, Bougie, like, oh, come on now. But how can you not at least say, well, I mean, it just seems so odd that they're allowing this to happen,
Yes.
and the question's always been, are they that incompetent? Or
No,
they're
not.
They're giving us
No,
too much to
they're
go
not.
on. Like, all right, so you don't want us to come up with conspiracy theories, but yet you keep every time you turn around, they're throwing a steak into a nice big fat juicy steak into the middle of the pen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? like, oh, y'all stop. Y'all just creating a whole bunch of stuff. And then next thing you know, ribeye. You know what I mean? And then we sit there, we chewing on that. It's like, you stop it. There's nothing there. And then once we stop, bam, another ribeye. You know what I mean? It's like stop, like dry this shit up. You know, we let us go back into the fantasy shit to where we thinking they got something out of space trying to get us. No, now we're thinking that the shit is down the street. Speaking of,
dude, it's deeper than that, man. You know, look, I can tell you, man, if you go back in history and you look at even, you know, look, I'm 53 years old, man, but you go back into history and you look at Kennedy and you can look at why he was assassinated. I believe a lot of it was he wanted to correct the deep state, man. He wanted to put them in check and do what he wants to do. And it's amazing how history repeats itself, man, with that kind of stuff. Here we got a guy that's running for office that he battled it, you know, 4 years ago, you know, or longer than that. He battled that. And here's this guy. And it's amazing. I know Shane and I talk even off air, on air, but we talk about, God, here's a guy that is just could have anything in the world, be anywhere in the world relaxing. And here he is trying to run. He's not even a politician. We hit on that. I think, was it Sunday night? We hit on that. He's not a politician, man. Yeah, he's just. I got you, Booch. But
I'm not being funny. Here's my point. Every time, I don't want him to be known as a politician. It's every time we bring it up, point at a finger at me. I said he is not a politician. He's a person.
He's not. He's not a politician. He served 4 years in the government, man. And here we are. He's running for what? Because I think he wants his values and what he wants done for this country. And dude, it's deep. And here we go. I go back to Kennedy. He was assassinated because he wanted to control a deep state. It's deep, dude. It's very deep, man.
And you know what else came out? And I saw it today, so it wasn't just some made up shit. But both of those, well, the one that shot at Trump and then this one that almost did, they were both in the BlackRock commercials. Now, it's just odd.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I'm not saying it has anything to do with it, but
wait.
But it does. But it does. You can say it don't have nothing to do with it, but it does. It's deep, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's deep.
Yeah, it's like, why are they just happen to both be in a commercial that BlackRock put out and all the shit that BlackRock is accused of.
How many people are in BlackRock commercials?
A lot. So yeah, I mean, but
no. What I'm saying is maybe that's the list. I'm serious.
Oh yeah, hey,
I'm serious. You saying a lot. How many do you think are in BlackRock?
Well, I mean, in a lot. Like, you know, when you watch their commercial, you may see 40, 50 different people in them because it's just flashing a bunch of scenes, and it's not like they're getting him to talk like he's got some major part in it, but he was in it. He was seen in it.
He was interviewed. Yeah, he was interviewed or whatever the case may be, and it's just kind of strange. And I do believe, man, when you look at even what's going forward, I fear for him, man, for Donald Trump. I fear for him. For this to happen, I mean, this doesn't happen to the average person in a lifetime to try to get assassinated. And here's a guy that's running for political office that wants to be our president of the United States. And within 63 days, twice, you know, it's crazy. Well, and you never convince me that it's just random stuff. I mean, it's deep, man. I don't know where to go with it.
Wait. Let's talk about it then. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Booch.
What are you saying, Booch?
Who's responsible for him getting shot at?
I don't think it's a single person. I just
no. Just like the boat is keeping you out of the water. Who's responsible for him not getting shot?
You can't put a single person on it. It's a party. It's an ideology that's against.
No. Brad didn't understand what I'm saying. What curtain? What shielding is instilled to make sure that he doesn't get shot? It's the Secret Service.
Yeah. Well, you're going to the Secret Service.
So you're saying
so what the F is wrong with the Secret Service right now? Like, why are we still using? So this has failed. This has failed him twice. You understand it, right?
Yeah. Right.
So now
what? Well, and I don't think it's the Secret Service. And look, let me stand corrected on what I say. I think there's a lot of great Secret Service agents out there.
Yeah, it's not
just as FBI agents out there. It's not coming from your field people. You know where it's coming from? It's coming from the administration.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
leadership that's running the Secret
here's the thing,
Service
though.
right now.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
though. So, Brad, I'm gonna ask you this. Maybe you'll know more than anybody else. What branch of government should we use, or what organization of a branch of government use to make sure that he's kept somebody that
Can
we
I
can
Who,
have
answer
Trump?
that?
some confidence in?
On Trump,
I'm
I
asking
think
that
he ought to
open
go hire
question.
mercenaries. If it's Blackwater or if it's some type of outside source, I mean, I wouldn't spare the expense. I would hit the RNC and say, hey, you got to pay for this.
Yeah,
The
because I
government
wouldn't
has failed
trust.
him twice in 60 days, dude.
Yeah, if it's a government organization, I wouldn't trust them at all.
I
Because if you,
wouldn't trust one of them within the government. And look, thank God for the guy that fired because he saw a muzzle sticking out of a fence. Thank God. He's probably been reprimanded and taken off of that detail, if I had to guess. Be
Look,
honest
Brad.
with you, you know. No. Honestly, I see it. But if it was me and I was running for this, I'd be like, and I had ultimate, unlimited amounts of dollars. I'm hiring some type of
oh, yeah,
outside source to come and
hey,
protect me.
I'm out of it if it's me. I'm sorry. Like I'm out.
Right.
You and I, we talked about that today, and it's like, yeah,
Hey,
I think
they could have
I
came
agree
after me
with you.
tonight. I'm done.
Yeah, because you have some years left ahead of you, and you have something still to prove. This dude has done everything. The
Yeah.
only thing
Well,
he
let me
hadn't
ask
done
you
is
this.
ran for. Listen,
But it
the only
doesn't
thing he
matter.
hasn't
He
done.
doesn't want to
Yes, it does.
die.
Listen,
He
listen,
doesn't.
listen
He
to this.
doesn't want
The
to
only
die, Boogie. He wants to do what he's got to do for the change of the country. I mean, and
Brad,
what's betterment of
Brad,
his
look,
country.
Brad, you're an accomplished person.
I'm listening.
Don't get me wrong, and you're a successful person, but you don't have the type of accolades. This the only thing this dude hasn't done is gone to outer space and ran for a second term. That's it. He has done everything else under the sun, everything desirable. That's all
Okay.
he's left with. You understand
Okay.
what I'm saying, right? So
Absolutely.
you can't say that you would stop doing this. You haven't reached those achievements yet. When you get to the
I
point to where
haven't,
he's at, and his
but knowing
at
with
his
the scares,
you're not his
go
age.
ahead.
Wait, you're not his age, and you haven't done all the stuff that this man has done, and you're not built like he's built too. His head is a little bit different. This dude, nothing else exists. He just wants to get to the next thing. That's the way he is, and there's nothing left for him to do. He's played all the
And
golf he can play. He's eaten all the caviar and shrimp.
I
Because
understand,
shrimp is
dude.
expensive.
Yeah. But let me ask you this, Booge, now that you're saying that, and I get it, dude, because I'm saying it on the standpoint of where I'm at in society of today.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, somebody puts I escaped 2 assassination attempts, dude. I'm retreating to the woods. I'm be honest with you. I think maybe it's time for
Maybe
me to step down. But when you talk
let me
about
let me
that,
let me hit
what's
you with
the
this. Let
end
me hit you
game
with
for
this.
Trump? Why is he
Wait.
there,
Look,
dude?
yeah, I'm gonna hit you with this. Maybe he
Okay.
expected that somebody was gonna kill him, and he's trying to do as much as he can before he dies. In other words, like he's doing everything he can with all abandon before there's nothing left of him. You understand that, right? You totally different game. We're going to the ball game to leave and come back home, right? He's going to the ball game to annihilate.
You know.
Totally different strategy. You got me?
You know what?
So he's like, yeah, you missed. Keep on going. Reagan had the same ideology too. Balloon pop,
He
pop. Yeah, you
did.
missed. Kept on
You know.
going. That dude he had something to go for. That's what I'm
I
saying. Let me
I
bring my passion down a
personally.
little bit.
No, go ahead.
I apologize. I apologize.
Me, my personal belief is that they've done started basically a war with Trump. And if you look at everything Trump has done, he's not one to just say, all right, well, they won. And whether it has to do with ego or whatever you want to
Right.
call it, I just think they've
Exactly.
started a fight that he is not going to allow them to win at any cost. And it almost costing him his life. And I don't believe they're done. It may cost
Dude,
him
he
his
is like
life.
either.
he is like Mike Tyson. He is like Mike Tyson. He is not about to go, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here for these 12 rounds. No,
Yep.
he is going to either do or die.
Right. But
That's
is
what
he
he's
doing
there
the
for.
right thing? Because I think it may wind up costing him his life. You know what I'm saying? So, and let me ask you this. What do you say they do pull this off and they get rid of him, in the worst way possible? They wind up, being able to take him out. What happens? Do you think the country
People
there's
that he
civil
talks to.
unrest, or do you think people just
No,
going about
no,
their
no,
business?
no, no, no,
and
no.
bitch about it?
Listen.
He
This
becomes a
goes into
martyr,
layers.
dude.
Wait, this goes into layers. All right. So number one, he's the spearhead. Okay. And then he has a contingency plan that's set up that says that if I die doing this, then you guys ought to do X, Y, and Z. And y'all become, from 1 goes 3 and from 3 goes 9, and just however the spear is shaped and whatever has to take place. You understand that, right? So he said, so right now he has the most effect the most effect with the most amount of peace. And then as the peace starts to erode, there becomes a different tactic that goes about. But there's a lot of people that are standing behind him. Here's something that y'all don't seem to understand, but I'm gonna bring it to light right now. We have a team of billionaires who have gone out and bought jets. I'm not talking about a Learjet, and I'm not talking about some little turbo prop plane. They're fighter pilots.
All right.
Do you know about it? Does anybody know about this?
No, I'm waiting on you to break it down.
Yeah, come on, break it down.
So we have our own private army that's now starting to evolve, basically.
Okay.
I mean, there's a team of billionaires who are going out and buying decommissioned military jets, and they're putting them back into the sky.
Right.
And I'm talking with mock capabilities. I don't know how fast, but we do have that going on. So we don't really know everything that happens, but the simplified stuff, this is embarrassing. And I'll say it again and I'll bring it back to my jet analogy, which has nothing to do with the other. But for a country who has F-22 Raptors, and you have some kid laying on a top of a shed and is able to get a shot off on the guy who ran the country for 4 years, and he's expected to run for another 4 years, and then you have some other dude who's able to lay down in some bushes on the side of a place where that same person is going to be the same exact person. Really?
Right.
So all you got to do is be able to get somewhere and lay down, and you're able to shoot the president. That's bullshit.
So what are you leaning towards? As far as
what?
Is this just being random idiots that happen to sneak by, or you think this shit goes deeper than just a couple random dumbasses that were able to get close enough to kill?
Metaphorically, I think they're taking the fence and they're pulling it so high until they're not stretching it out. And so,
what you mean?
With more yes, you get yes instead of people saying no and keeping that broadness. That band is staying nice and solid up at a high point.
So I know.
You know how many times? Huh?
I was saying the metaphors are throwing me off. I'm saying, are you saying that?
I'll bring it back to you. The people who are saying yes and who are solidifying everything by saying yes to a lot of stuff should be bumping back and telling the government no. We are right now commissioned or decommissioned or beaten down, so we have to say yes about everything, right?
Right.
Dude shows up to the military in a dress. Yes, he's invited in.
Yeah.
Need I say more? Let's cut the little kids up in the worst way known imaginable. Yes, let's do that. My kid doesn't know whether he's a boy or a girl. Oh, that's a yes to that too.
Yeah.
We have people who need to come into this country because they can't live where they're at. Yeah, bring them in.
But
we get paid money, but we need to instead of keeping that money, we need to give it to people who never worked for it a day in their life.
So
yes.
Well then, so what do you think's behind this shit though? Do you think it's just a rhetoric that are pushing nuts to go to this extreme, or do you think these people are put up to this or are at least allowed to do it, knowing, somebody knowing that this
to the person who puts a fence around their house, they put it around their house with the contingency that's going to keep everything out. They don't know whether it's going to be a deer or some psycho or a rabbit coyote or a cute little fluffy
hold
bunny
on
rabbit.
1 second. Guy, I'm going to get him to answer this question, guys. I'm not stopping until he answers it without giving me all these metaphors and shit.
I'm going to give you another metaphor. I'm going to keep hitting you a metaphor. What? Do I think what? Come on.
That these are random acts by nuts, or do you think they're being put up to this, or at least allowed to do it?
Answer the question, Boozy.
I think that we're getting weakened to the point to where things are starting to slip through the cracks.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. That's the best way I can put it. That's as far as what I believe. Do I believe that it's an organization that's trying to take him out? Maybe. I mean, maybe, but the same way they hire a suicide bomber.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. They find somebody there's nothing else left to live for. These especially these women, and they bring them in and they groom them and condition them, and then they send them to do the ultimate. Right. So you got this kid, this little pimple faced kid who played video games a lot, and they noticed that he was leaning more toward that he would do something bad, and they probably stroked his ego to the point to where he felt like he would be somebody and that he would be glorified for what he did.
Right.
That's what I believe. But the second guy is probably the same thing.
So you're saying
the problem is they keep killing the people who attempt to do this instead of being able to capture them.
Well, they got this guy, and it still comes down to
he dead?
No, he's in jail.
Yeah, he's in jail. I'm saying What?
Wait. Whoa. This guy's alive?
Yeah, boy, you
Sure
really
is.
watch the news. Yeah, they
Where
they
you been, dude?
No, I
They
don't think you
arrested
understand. I
him.
don't think you understand how important this is. Wait, stop. I don't think you understand how important this is.
Yeah.
They caught
What?
this dude alive. So all of the questions that you're asking right now is going to be able to be answered now. The first
Fuck
guy they killed him.
no. They
What do
ain't
you
telling
mean?
you.
Oh,
They're not
but-
telling
But
us
you know what's
shit.
interesting with that, dude, is that Florida will not release him. DeSantis said we're not releasing him to federal custody.
Yeah, but can he? Does he have that power?
I
Or will
don't
the
know,
feds
but I
come
mean,
in
for
and
the
say, we
time
don't give a
being, he's
fuck?
got
What
the
kind of
power.
government do
I
we
mean,
have to where if we don't pay our taxes, a normal, regular person who walks around, who works hard for their money and don't pay their taxes, and they'll lock us up, but somebody can shoot at the president and the state is going to keep them from the government? Really? The government does not overthrow this shit? Not overthrow, excuse me, I'm using bad words. The government
No.
doesn't supersede this?
Doesn't
I don't get
overrule it, but I would rather him be in state's hands myself.
Yeah.
I don't trust his
Because I don't
Absolutely.
think the
I
government's
agree
going to
with
do
you.
shit with him.
They're gonna
Absolutely.
interrogate him for as long as they want to, but they're not gonna tell us shit. You know what I mean?
They need to
Right.
waterboard him.
Yeah, but that's if they really want to get anything out of him. I mean, I don't think
Right.
they give two fucks about this guy.
Hey, let me
I
ask you
really-
this.
Go ahead.
What about another country taking custody of this guy?
Yeah, but it would have to.
No, I'm
be-
serious. I'm serious.
I know, and I'm telling you, though,
let's ponder.
I know, but
Who
you can't
would you pick?
assume that our government
Who would you
wants
pick?
anything to happen to this guy. I mean, I don't think they really are going to punish this guy, or if they do, they're just going to use him as a scapegoat. You know, or they're
I'd
going to
say
take
Germany-
his ass out.
I'd say Germany comes in and
Send
grabs
him
him.
to Germany.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, but
Why?
honestly, what did
I don't
you
even
what did
understand
they
where you're
charge
coming
him
from
with?
with that, Bougie. Why
'Cause
would
the
Germany want to
Germans-
come in and?
Because the Germans aren't Democrat or Republican.
But that is
They
nothing
aren't
to
any
do
of
with
that shit.
That's not relevant.
Oh,
to
we got a
what we're
hot one
talking-
over here, and we're
I
too
don't think
politically
they give a
charged
shit
to try
about
to.
Trump, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't think they
Germany.
give
I
two shits about
think
Trump
Germany
or
would do
anybody
it what
shooting
needs
at him.
what needs to be
All right.
done in order to get the answer.
Well, let me ask you
I'm
this.
sorry, I'm over talking.
No, yeah, we can't talk over each other. It's not going to sound very well. But anyway, Justin, have you found what did they charge this man with? Having a machine gun?
I haven't seen anything.
Because Brad brought that up the other night. Like, what are they actually going to charge him with if he doesn't admit to saying, "Yeah, I was there to kill Trump"? I mean, what can they
at
get him with?
least open carry in Florida. I
Yeah, so he could
guess.
walk. I mean, he could walk. Bougie said that dude can't walk. You don't think they're just gonna let him out on a citation?
My faith, like y'all, just as you guys have the same thing going on, my faith is very much eroded at
I
this
hear
point.
you. I got
That's why I'm saying we need to bring in somebody on the
Look at
outside.
Merrick
to be able
Garland,
to-
man. I want to say they wanted to bring him on at least like attempted assassination of a president, and I think Merrick Garland said no, we're not going to take those charges on. You know,
Yeah,
So
because
saying
they'll
that-
never prove it.
that exactly, but that hits back to what you were saying just a few minutes ago, bro. That it's like they hitting on it that to where it's at the point where it's like it's deeper than that. It's just it's governmental shit, and I believe that it's the government is involved with all of this. What's going on? What you say? I really do.
In government or not, in this case, like you said, if this guy don't admit to that, they can't fucking charge him. I
They
mean,
really
can charge
can't hit
but I
him
don't
with
think they'll
anything
win
if he
the case.
doesn't talk. They
Right.
have him on possession of a firearm while being a convicted felon and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number, and that's it.
Which can throw
That's
some
it.
years at you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess
Yeah, but-
technically he didn't do anything. He
No.
was laying in the
Oh
grass
my God.
with a gun as a felon. You know what I mean? But
No, but
he
Justin,
never
you're right.
took
You're
a
hitting on it,
shot.
dude.
So
Because
as far as legally, he didn't do much wrong aside from having the gun and being a felon. You know,
exactly. We
I
talked
just-
about that, Shane, and we said that I mean he was what 300 to 500 yards away from Trump, and
Yeah.
here we go. And we talked about what kind of charges is this guy going to be facing, and it's like Justin just hit. Oh, okay, illegal possession of this, or you know,
Yeah.
but
Which,
is it
like I said, now,
assassination charges? No, I don't
him
see
being
that
a
happening.
felon, him being a felon in the possession of that gun could carry
Right.
some a heavy
Right.
punishment, but it's not going to be like as heavy as if he actually pulled
No.
that trigger and tried to shoot somebody.
he's going to
So-
do some time behind it. He's
Now,
only
I
got
heard-
a public defender.
Well, I heard Bougie in the background say, "Oh my God, what you didn't, you don't, what you think? You think he's just gonna, you think they're gonna get him and like, you know?"
I was speaking I was being I was speaking in a fantasy type
Oh, okay.
sense, saying that
Yeah.
maybe we ought to get somebody else involved, somebody that can look into this a little bit better than what, because I don't have any faith in either branch of the government, and I
Yeah.
don't have any faith when it comes to pretty much the state to the federal, all of that. That's why I think that we ought to get some other country that's involved, somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody that could be very, very handy in this, so that we could get some type of unbiased situation going on instead of like having another Epstein situation going on.
Yeah.
Let
Well, I
us
wish.
vote. Let the whole population vote and say, hey, we're thinking about turning this person over to. I choose Germany. I wouldn't, dude.
Go.
Just think how
Germany,
bad it
huh?
would sound, and that's to us. Think how bad it would sound for be sitting in a German cafe and having the guy that's German taking your order. You know what I
Well,
mean? Just that harsh. You know what I'm saying? That's
no,
why
I
I'm
get
thinking
it.
that
Yeah,
Germany
because
would
they're
be a good
always
bet.
like, "Do you want scrambled eggs or fried?" You know, is that it?
Hey, they need to send him. They need to go like. We need to send some guys to Russia to learn their ways of interrogation, like they did them boys that shot up that mall or that theater.
Fuck.
See what I mean?
They
America. Hey,
interrogated the
That's
shit out of them.
that's what I'm talking about.
yeah, but America knows those ways. Look at that at Guantanamo Bay. They know how to get shit out of. But we
No, no,
can't
no, no,
do
no,
that.
no, no, no,
You
no,
know.
no. Right. We can't do it. However, if we decide that we have someone who's going to go, all right, we're going to take on these cases that we can't because of the bias, and we all
Send it
decide,
to
say,
you.
hey, this is
Yeah.
voted a special circumstance. This one is going to Germany.
Well, let me.
Volkswagen.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Soon enough, this country will have it, dude. We will build one more government, dude. The way it's going, dude. So
Oh, Brad.
eventually, Bougie, you'll get your wish, dude. You know. So
They said he remained silent while being detained, and Trump's golf outing was not on his public schedule, so they don't know how he knew that Trump would be at the golf
Yeah,
course. So
I did read that it was all. It
yeah,
was almost like a
yeah.
spur of the moment type thing with the golf, which
yeah,
I didn't think it was. I thought it was planned. So it's like, did this guy, was it just luck of the draw that he said, "I'm gonna go there that day and hang out for 12 fucking hours and hope he
No,
comes," or was
absolutely
there some
not,
sort of?
dude.
so
Yeah.
Absolutely
I
not,
think
dude.
so.
No.
I think
and
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
my thought is like, how do you even charge him with anything connected to Trump if you can't prove that he knew Trump was going to be there?
Yeah. It's
Right.
just, he
Oh,
wasn't from that
exactly.
area either. So it just makes it even more fishy that he was even there that day, the day that Trump happens to go play golf. And the dude doesn't live around there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, what was he going to do? Hang out for a week until he saw Trump? Or did he
Hold on.
know?
Wait. I'll ask Justin. I don't know, Justin. Look, let me show you how circumstances work. Let's say it's 2:00 in the morning, and you're not old enough to drive a car, and you get caught outside of a girl's bedroom window. Right? What were you there for? Right?
Definitely to sneak
I mean,
in, but
Yeah. So you're saying
so
that
unfortunately,
for a fact.
sometimes
Hold on. So
the
you're saying for a fact that, or in your mind at least, he was there for that reason. But that doesn't. I don't know if that stands up in the court. You know what I mean? As far
courts
as,
don't work on common sense. Unfortunately, they
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
got to
no.
go
dude
by
gets
what you
off
can
on
prove,
everything with
not
these
what you
weapon
know.
charges. I don't know.
Y'all
But
have faith. Look, y'all have faith. Be positive on this. Try to think of some type of positive solution. Another thing too is a lot of time brilliance comes from people who are nobodies. And I'm gonna tell you
Right.
now, as much as we've done in this world, we haven't done much as far as trying to be someone until we've gotten to the point where we have a voice. But
Take a
there's
bathroom break.
always those instances. So keep a positive outlook on it, and maybe you can say something in front of the right person. So instead of us being negative about it, try to think of a positive outcome. Try to think of something that we could possibly say that could possibly get heard in some type of way. I'm not saying that's that's actually going to happen this time. It may never happen, but think of if it does. You know what I mean, brother Brad?
I know what
Did
you
y'all
mean.
see he tried to join the Ukrainian army when Russia invaded?
He did. He was trying to get a crew together to go over there and fight. Yeah, dude,
They told him
it's
no.
all
They were
so
like, "You are not qualified."
no, and it's so interlinked, man. It's so governmental shit, dude. That's going on, dude. I hate to say it, dude, but it truly is. It's deeper than any of us on this podcast tonight can even think about of what's going on. with the Trump and two assassination attempts, dude, in 63 days. It's crazy. It really is, dude. Nowhere in history has that probably that ever happened, you know. So, and look, I don't know what the end is. I don't know what the end game, man. I pray for Trump, dude, that he makes it to the election day. I really do.
Well,
You know.
how much differently do you think these two situations would have looked had it have been Biden or Kamala on that stage or Biden on the golf course?
Oh, dude, totally different. Totally
Yeah,
different if this
they
would
get hit with
happen to them,
cupcakes.
dude.
They get hit with cupcakes and treats and praise. They wouldn't get no bullets.
Yes.
We know that.
Yeah. Oh, that like Bougie just said, if they would have been throwing cupcakes and cakes at them, those poor people would have been getting rotten tomatoes, dude. They've been getting 5 years in jail for that kind of shit, dude. Insurrection
Oh yeah,
kind of
that's
shit,
bring it
you
back.
know. Yeah.
Booge, let me ask you something. Just shifting gears for a second. Have you? I don't even know if the subject came up, but I know you got some connections in Brazil, and I know that they recently banned X from being, I guess, from people being able to even access it over there.
No.
Twitter, X, or whatever. Have you spoke to anyone on that topic from over there, or is that?
I have not, but I'll dig into it and I'll see. What's going on.
Yeah, I was just curious, like if that's like something that's real for one, because it's just being reported on the
It's
news.
real.
No, it's
Well,
real.
it's real because you see it on the news. So
No, I work with
I
Brazilians.
think I heard.
okay, well
I think I
that's
heard
what I'm getting
something
at. So
about
y'all
it,
have
yeah,
access
a little bit.
to somebody.
Yeah.
No, but it's not like I had a
It's-
full blown conversation with it because I don't use the platform, so I don't really correspond with people down there. I'm
Right.
not X. I'm not.
Well,
X
what about
savvy, if you
Justin?
will.
What were you saying? You talked to?
So Diego was actually talking to me about it yesterday. He was saying that they banned X basically because X doesn't have any representatives over there for in case, like basically he keeps comparing it to like if you own an airline and you want to fly your airline into a country but you don't have representatives over there, they're not going to let you, because if something happens on this airline in that country and people die, somebody has to be held responsible.
So what is
there's nobody over there
but
that
what is the dangers of X?
Wow.
I don't. What are they? Is that just a communist trying to hide behind? I'm trying to do something good for my citizens, or like what?
I don't know, because apparently people aren't liking it, and they've said basically if X hires some higher ups over here in Brazil, then we'll happily unban it and people can use it, but you're going to have somebody in the country.
What are they trying to do? It's a social media platform. Like, are they trying to monitor what's being done on it? I mean, I'm confused.
That's kind of what it sounds like, is that they're wanting to make sure that if basically same thing here, where like higher ups of Twitter, if we were just openly able to post child porn and shit on X, somebody's going to get in trouble.
Well, wait,
somebody from Twitter or X is going to get in trouble. You know what I mean?
We just can't see.
But hold on a second. But that, because it's the same X, isn't it? It's not like it's a different platform.
Well, it is, but
so somebody's monitoring it over here. So
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, but Brazil can't do anything to anybody over here if it's
why.
allowed. You know what I mean?
So
they want somebody to. Well, they know, but
that's a suppression.
Let me explain to you how Brazil's working lately. Brazil is a very, very highly commercialized place. There's a lot of influence that goes into advertisements and different things like that over in Brazil. So, of course, this whole woke movement came at the same time as the internet came, at the same time as Netflix and all this other stuff came about. All of these people that were coming into power came into power at the exact same time, right? And then good old Zuck kind of set the standard as to, how much stuff was censored and whatnot. And then so when Elon came along and bought X and said, you know what, this is crap, and he took a big hit for us. In order to ensure that we were able to have a level playing field, and that country was able to be gotten to, and the higher ups able to be gotten to say, no, we're not going to have that here. And so that's more than likely what happened, is that they cut it off because they couldn't control it.
Right. That's kind of what I'm gathering from what Diego's telling me, is that they have nobody there that they have any kind of power over to control. So because they can't do anything to anybody in different countries. So
that's the excuse that they're giving you. But that's the same that you could. But see that same excuse can be used across every country.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really there isn't any public officials that said it's not a government entity. It's a social media site. And so what's going on is like good old Zuck with Facebook, it's highly censored. So then you have X, and X is wide open, and they can't have that there. They don't want open ideology going on in that country.
Right.
And that country is not a communist country.
There's nobody over there that they can reprimand for it being as free as it is. There's nobody over there that they can be like, hey, y'all are going to censor this content here on X, or you're going to be in trouble for it. So that's why they won't allow it. If somebody over there was to sign up to be a representative, and they're like, all right, that's your ass on the line. If some shit gets posted and allowed that we don't like. They could have did that
because that in every country, X is responsible for billions of dollars being moved around. Every country. So you're talking about $1 billion industry, and you're not gonna. They would rather remove the platform than to instill somebody over there to monitor over the situation. Really?
But do you think it's more though of them trying to suppress speech like they're doing over here? Because if it was up to this government
exactly
now,
what it is.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. It's just that we're more informed, so we were able to push back and say, no, you're going to leave it wide open.
Yeah, because from what
in Brazil, they don't have that. Yeah,
there was going to be some
more higher control. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was going to be some major fines and shit, man, if they caught people, using it or whatever. Which I don't know. What do you do, like a VPN, and then, get on it? I don't know how that works, Justin. You're more of a hacker than I am.
They're not going to do nothing in Brazil because it would have to be. It would have to be the federal police to go in and do all of this stuff, and there's not very many police in Brazil as it is. I mean, I've been there a few times. I'm gonna tell you now, you hardly see any police. They're gonna do something special, but you got these VPNs that you can get. And once people get a VPN, they can go in and log in and continue business as normal. There's nothing they can really do about it.
It just sends your signal off to a different country first, and then connects to wherever you're trying to connect to. So it looks like you're browsing the web from, Spain or whatever, and it's connecting to Twitter, and it's not blocked anymore.
Well, I know that it didn't make it any better when Elon, of course, starts, going at the dude that's running the Brazil, I guess it's president they call it over there, but so now it's becoming a tit for tat, like fuck you and your ex, and but I was curious. I didn't know if any of y'all had talked to any of body that's dealing with it over there, because it is a huge platform. Like you said, you're not much on it yourself, Booj, but it is.
No, I'm not. But I will ask about it. Somebody did mention that a while back when it was happening. They said something about it, and I didn't really respond because, of course, I'm not a real big on X. However, due to the relevance of the situation right now, I'll dig into it.
Here's the problem, and like I said, they're trying to do this in this country. It's funny how it mirrors it, but it's saying Brazil blocked the country's more than 200 million residents from using X on August 30th. After Alexandra de Moraes, I guess, a powerful member of the country's Supreme Court, demanded the censorship of a large number of accounts featuring alleged hate speech and misinformation. Mm-hmm. So, basically whatever you deem, whoever this person is, deems hate speech or misinformation, it gives them, it justifies their actions, according to them, on banning this shit. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. They fucking hate X, this administration.
Absolutely.
They hate it, and they hide behind... Right. They hide behind this term misinformation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they get enough citizens behind that to say, yeah, that is, they shouldn't be able to spread misinformation. Then it can kind of justify their actions, but they just haven't been able to pull it off here yet,
Well, right.
So we have the amendment of what? Freedom of speech?
Yeah. Well, right. We're supposed to.
It goes against you. It goes, but they don't have the amendments over there in Brazil. So
that's what I was wondering, like how
the governmental structure is different. They're able to push back in many different ways, but Brazil is in trouble. Since I've gone there the first time with the Brazil, the money was at 1.5 times to 1, and they were trying to peg the dollar to the Brazilian dollar for dollar, and it just kept slipping and sliding, and now it's at somewhere around a little bit over 5 to 1. And it keeps slipping further and further and further. Now, I'm not saying that your purchasing power parity is going to go up by 5 times and you go over there. However, the inflation rate has hit them, on a pretty good rate. With that being said, also there's a lot of corruption, and there's a lot of things they're finding about their oil and other things that I've seen over the years with Brazil. So when it comes down to Brazil, talking about what type of trouble they're in a lot. Brazil is still rife with corruption, and it's only getting worse and worse because of the fact that we have the internet. Not saying social media itself, but just that we have back in the day you would have to make a long distance phone call or make a phone call. Now everybody's walking around with a communication device you can talk to at any given time to any given person. So everybody's able to do more of the evil things than they were previously. And so it's just getting more and more corrupt, same as it is here. As things get better, it also gets worse.
Right. Well, the funny thing is, though, I mean, we try to, build up ourselves as far as this country as being, the land of the free. And then you start reading shit like that's going on in Brazil. And it's like, it just sounds so familiar, as far as what's being attempted here,
Yeah,
and
it seems like a reflection of what it seems like a reflection of what they tried with us. They succeeded with them.
Right. But it's like, how long before they don't succeed here? And it's a scary thing. It may not seem like a big deal to some people, but it's got to start somewhere. And that's where it starts.
Huge. You're right. You're absolutely right. That is huge.
Yeah. Because like I said, they start hiding behind shit like we're doing it for the betterment of society because of all this misinformation. You know what I mean? And then they just sit there and piss on the First Amendment. And then that's where it starts. And like I said, I mean, some people say, oh, you're looking into it too deep, but fuck that, man.
No, not really.
That's exactly
not
where
really.
it starts. You give them
there's similarities. Know, our country in Brazil, as far as the size, is the same. There's just as many Brazilians, almost. I mean, well, not as many, but
what they said is 200 million.
200. We have 350 million.
Yeah,
they have
so
200 million. We're pretty close.
Right.
You're talking in numbers. You're talking in 20 compared to 35, right?
Sure.
But and then the size of the country, then also its ability to farm and export. So you have a lot of people who are very impoverished there, so they're able to produce a lot more exportable commodities there.
Right.
But that money is not going back into Brazil. That money, of course, they're saying that this product is owned by Brazil, but before it gets sold, a person somewhere in Germany somewhere clicks and says that's my product, and then it goes to wherever it's going at, but the money goes to Germany. If you understand what I'm saying, that happens here as well. And that's when we do manufacture and export, which we hardly don't ever because of our situation. However, I'm not going to go on too much about that. We're having a lot of problems right now, but I want to switch gears for a second to talk about something else. I want to talk about the open border that we have. And look at Brad. Brad is about to burst. Calm down, Brad. Should have gave Brad a value before I started this one. Here we go. What do you think is going to happen now that we're talking about all the stuff that's going on with these Venezuelans that are taking over apartment blocks? And where is this at as well? What state?
Colorado, I think North Texas, and Chicago.
Wait.
To a town near you.
The Venezuelans were able to take over something in Texas?
Yeah, that's what it was North Texas. There were some reports.
The Venezuelans.
You're not talking about the Haitians that were eating animals.
No, not the Haitians.
Any of them.
Okay.
Wait. Hold up.
Reports in
Justin,
Chicago.
hold on for a second. To Shane.
Yeah.
Any outside organization that's gotten together and started doing some bad stuff in this country. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care whether it's Haitians, Venezuelans, or the last 3 Chileans they have. What I'm saying is they were able to pull us off. All right, let me go back to Justin. I'm sorry. Justin, did you say North Texas?
Yeah, the reports I was reading when it was all first coming out, there was one in North Texas and Colorado, and then later on I was reading stuff about Chicago.
I thought Texas was them good old boys. I thought they was
Yeah, but Texas has some cities in it. I mean,
no, Texas. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Like they about the laws in Texas and how they have the death penalty and how they're big on justice, and everybody walks around like a cowboy with the sheriff badge on and all of that. So this is able to happen in Texas?
Well, it's like I said, not all of Texas is what you're saying right there. Like for one, Austin isn't like that. Austin's a very liberal town. You know what I mean? So,
Jesus,
I guess they're
well.
So I don't know, but anyway, what? Anyway, all right, my bad, y'all. I'm talking on the phone. I shouldn't be doing that while we're.
No, that's fine. But go ahead, Justin. And then you said places like I could see
Take
I could
over
see
a Texas
California.
hotel.
Yeah, but how long ago? Like this is I'm talking about
7
stuff that's
days
going on
ago.
right now.
7
How long?
days ago. 7 days. Gateway Hotel.
This is not
I'm trying to read
like
a
huge.
fucking city. El Paso County. It was a hotel in El Paso. It wasn't North Texas. 7 days ago, a Texas hotel may be shut down after 693 police calls were made. It is talking about the Venezuelan gang members, and it's in El Paso.
Well,
I have no words. I mean,
yeah, I'm looking at I was looking at this, the I hate Taylor Swift comment Trump made. It just came
Justin
across
fell
my
down.
feed.
You all right, Justin? Look at him. He's laying down on the floor.
Real quick, not to like jump back and forth and all around, but we were hitting on Brazil.
Yeah.
And Bougie, what's up with the Sao Paulo mayoral race? Their live stream last night. They were live, and it was like a WWE match in there.
That's what needs to happen
really?
more.
Hell yeah!
I didn't hear. I wasn't on too much because I was hustling last night. I was going out. I did a little evening job, and I didn't get the chance to
it says,
put my ear to the.
So there's. Where'd you go? Did you ever watch that video I sent you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. I'm about to pull it up.
Awesome. That's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Pull it up.
Go ahead to go.
Yeah, I was just pulling it up,
Kind of warm in here.
Look, you're about to see it. Here we go.
Não sabe nem o que ele fala aqui. Eles todos têm marqueteiros e gastam milhões, ele fica inventando conversa todas as vezes, mas o Brasil quer saber, São Paulo quer saber. Que hora que você vai parar? Você não respondeu a pergunta. A gente quer saber que você é um arregão. Você atravessou o debate esses dias para me dar um tapa e falou que você queria ter feito. Você não é homem nem para fazer isso. Você não é homem.
Não tá tendo.
Vai.
WWE.
Nossos comerciais, por favor.
Look, he was saying commercial, please.
Não sabe nem o que ele fala aqui. Eles todos têm marqueteiros e gastam milhões, ele fica inventando conversa.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh, yeah, he caught him.
He's smoking with it.
Boom.
Like the source war.
They cut quick, too. Look at
They did.
Look at him, Randy Savage.
No,
that's how we need to settle.
That's
we should settle shit like that over here more often.
That's what I'm saying.
E40.
That's one thing I would love to take from Brazil. I think Trump and Kamala should get out there and they should just get some folding chairs and some tables.
Yeah, the presidential debate brought to you by whoever the fuck.
Dana White.
Royal Rumble.
Dana White. Yeah, UFC. Hold on, I still gotta. What's this dude's face too? He didn't know what to do. He's never seen anything like a fight in his life.
Much about how thick this, he ain't never seen much anyway.
Look at him. Look at him. He's never seen an act of violence ever. He's gonna go home and tell his wife all about it. No, he didn't. Look. He don't know what to do. He's in full panic mode.
The chair guy's statement today was that he made a mistake, but he does not regret it.
No, fuck yeah. You don't ever take that back.
I was like, hell yeah.
Can't deny it. Just fucking just own it, you know?
He said it was a mistake, but you're goddamn right it was me.
Boy, they make fucking nerds in every country. Huh? Look at this dude. He don't know what to do.
Leave Blue's Clues dad alone.
He's so scared. One chair goes flying.
Let's see that. Can we get a history replay?
Like, oh no.
Yeah, he was talking shit too, all the way up. Like, bring you in your chair, bitch.
No.
It's like the weigh-ins.
You ain't gonna swing shit.
Oh, that's good shit. Oh man, we need more of that in this country, dude. I'd be a lot less shit talking if you knew you'd get hit with a fucking chair.
So, Bougie, what words were being said as soon as the chair swung?
I don't know. I know what he said before that. He said I'm asking a question about what's going on. He said because we keep hitting on a bunch of topics, but nobody's talking about all the millions of dollars that you're wasting. So I'd like for you to answer the question.
That's
Well, that's
fighting
pretty
words.
good. You got all that from damn.
Yeah, I mean he only said it with
Fighting
words.
That is fighting words.
It didn't sound like
man.
words to me.
Shane said it sounded like
Yeah.
bam. Yeah, no, he used words, Shane.
So basically, he said, "You ain't done shit but waste money." And buddy,
Yeah, he said
whacked him
wasted
with a
millions
chair.
of dollars. No, he was talking some big shit. He said, "I'm here trying to get some answers, but nobody's answering me. So I keep hitting on the same subject. Y'all are here wasting
answered
millions
him.
of dollars, and nobody's giving me an answer." And he was like, "Here's your answer, bitch."
He got an answer.
Yeah, you
Wake
did.
up!
I'm telling you, man, we can solve a lot more problems like that over here, man.
Buddy, they got hit with the chair. Apparently, it caught his hand because, like, he came out all wrapped up and shit, like his whole hand's wrapped up.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you that's his retirement plan. Yeah,
Y'all see the
you
gender?
have no idea.
What was that? The gender neutral sub, the first one of its kind.
Can you
Like
throw it in
Subway
neutral?
sub?
Submarine.
Oh,
Yeah. Gender
No,
neutral
what the
submarine is how the fucking headline read, and it's like, what does that even mean? You
yeah.
know.
What?
But now digging into it, it's like the first of its kind where it's built for both genders. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Like maybe there's bathrooms.
Aren't all submarines built for both genders?
Apparently not. It says the U.S. Navy
didn't-
commissioned a new submarine on Saturday, the first vessel in its fleet designed to fully integrate male and female sailors. So maybe the other ones only had stand-up fucking piss toilets. I don't know.
Maybe the
But-
other ones only had males.
I don't know. Yeah. It was the crews were predominantly males because I think up until that women were banned from being on them until
Yeah, you know why.
2010. Yeah, I
So-
know
Yeah.
why. Because the concerns about the living quarters being so tight, the lack of privacy. You know what I mean?
They did it. Well, I talked to somebody who was in the Navy, and on the ships, the guys are trying to get over to the girls' side because, I mean, you have these young kids who are running around every day, push-ups, pull-ups, physically fit. A real fitness regimen. At all times.
Right.
So you got these. So not only are you in tip-top shape and your testosterone is running at peak, but you're also looking over at a girl who's very, very, like a gorgeous shape, probably the best shape
Yeah.
of her life. And then you're there to do what? To just stay, so the guys are trying to get over to the girls' side all the time. Well,
Yeah.
then the reports came out that the girls is even worse trying to get over to the guys' side.
Well, and them subs aren't that big compared to, comparatively speaking. So when you cram guys and women, I mean, that was a bad which it's
Yeah.
going to turn bad with this. I promise you. There's going to be some
Yeah.
stories come out with this shit,
I
because
just
you
don't
cram-
understand.
You
Go
cram
ahead.
a girl into the sub, that girl's getting crammed. Exactly.
yeah, I was reading the article on it. It's 377 feet long. Okay.
Yeah.
34 foot across. It's not a big place. So you're starting to
No, it's
cram
not.
opposite sexes in there. You know exactly what's going to go on. You know what I
but
mean?
you're talking
Now,
about 34 foot across, but it's not 34 wide open feet. That's
No,
probably
fuck no.
compartments.
fuck
So
no.
every compartment is probably 8 foot maximum with a bunch of pipes and shit for the girl to
I
grab
just
onto.
don't understand what makes women safer on this sub than any other sub. Like, why
doesn't.
can't
It's
they
called-
just take them and put them in a normal submarine that we already have and say,
No,
hey,
no,
it's a
no.
gender
Well,
neutral
because
submarine?
it's
No,
supposedly
no.
different.
Hold on. Wait. Both of y'all be quiet. Why not have women on the sub at all?
Because that's not right. That's not DEI.
Why it's not right? Why?
That's not
Why?
because we're in a new day and age. Women can do what men do, and all that good stuff.
Well,
you know why?
regardless of that, I just don't see how. What design features do you change aside
Well, I
from
think
putting
they-
a wall down the middle of
Right,
it where
and they
people
probably
can't
did shit
interact?
like that. Like they just made the living quarters different. Apparently, I'm sure they got their own restrooms now, their own washrooms. Where before, I'm sure it was everybody was sharing the same thing. But like I said, this is going to lead to no good because whether it's consensual or not, what's going to go down on this place, and there's going to be women that are taken advantage of, and it's going to be a huge news story.
Wait. No, that's not the worst of it all. The worst of it all is that you have a bunch of people who are in their sexual prime baby making material, both on the male side and the female side. Both of them are about ready to make a child at any given moment. I'm telling
Right.
you, if you wave whatever in front of whoever's face, that's all they're thinking about. You understand that,
Yeah.
right? And now you can tell them, all right, going to pay attention. I'm going to put you this close, but nothing's going to happen. Nah, not really. Not really.
Yeah, I think it's a recipe for disaster, really. You know?
Yeah, they should have kept those women out of that. And I'm gonna speak on just the aggressive side. If so, talk about the aggressive side, yes, keep the women out of there for their safety. However, even if it's on the consensual side, let's say it was all consensual. What good is it?
Yeah. I'm
You got a
with
young man. You know, a young man's got one track mind. Come on, man. I
Yeah.
know kids who were 14 years old who went all the way across Slidell.
I'm sure the guys on the sub don't mind it, but I just think it's
But look, Justin, let's say instead of you having to go 3 miles, you had to go 42 foot.
and there it is.
And her dad ain't there.
Yeah, it's
True. I would
no
just
good.
like to know the design changes is the main thing I'm stuck on. Like,
The design changes.
I don't get it.
Well, like I
I
said,
wish
I'm
I was
sure
more
they.
well versed. I wish I was more well versed that I could tell you what type of article or Article 15, whatever it is that you get whenever you do some type of crap like this, because there is, so you have rank, and then whenever you have transgression against the army, they drop you down in rank. So they give you an article, whatever it is. And yeah, they're gonna be passing that out. Like they got to pre-print stacks and stacks and stacks. Probably half of the submarine's weight will be articles, blank articles ready to get written up. This is terrible.
Says here. Now look, this is from the pinknews.com. Okay. Says U.S. Navy unveiled a brand new submarine, gender neutral submarine, and bigots are losing their minds. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So apparently you're a bigot if you think this is going to turn out bad, you know.
Yeah, well, the good
Trying
thing
to
about,
see, Justin. I'm
the
trying to
internet
answer this. It including accommodations such as increased privacy in washrooms and sleeping areas, as well as access to top bunks and overhead valves being designed with the height reach and strength of women in mind. So now you got to.
So it's shorter.
That's not true.
So this
That's
bitch
not
is going to
true.
fall apart. They had to make everything weaker. Let's see.
That's not true. They have. Do you know they hire a lot of people that are shorter to get to fit into a submarine? Did you know that? This is real.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Yep.
it'd be
Did you
easier
know
for a
that
5 foot
the
three.
Navy? Yeah, a lot of the Navy. They enlisted you into the Navy if you were shorter because you could fit through the ship. I'm
Yeah.
serious about that. I mean, I could
I
make a
get
joke
it.
about it, but I'm not.
I'm trying to. Some people are angry at the concept of what they're describing as a gender neutral submarine. Angry right wingers have posted on X to express their annoyance. The USS TikTok is going to go by they them pronouns. This is a fucking joke. I hate this country for what I mean. I ain't going all that. I just
don't understand it.
Yeah, I just think it's going to put women in positions that they don't need to be in because I mean it's going to happen. I mean,
Can you name those positions, sir?
Yeah, they might be in positions they want to be in, but anywho.
Dude, I can't help it. I can't help it. My
No.
brain is just firing off. I'm just thinking about all types of different scenarios. It ain't good.
What else is going on?
So anyhow,
What else? What other craziness is happening?
everything.
Oh.
Name it.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Cost of gas, cost of insurance, cost of just the cost of anything right now. The availability of things, the quality of things. What that our children is owned by our governments, that's not owned by us. Let's see. The only thing that's good is like the sunshine. The sunshine still looks the same. Gravity is still the same. That's about all you can really depend on right now.
There you go. There you go.
Everything else is going to crap. Yeah.
Everything's going to crap. That's pretty good. That's a good outlook. Let me get a shirt. Everything's going to crap.
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
All right, let's wrap it up. BSing with the guys. We will be back at it. And I don't know, a couple days or so. I'm not doing this shit when there's football or any dumb shit like that on, but we'll I don't know. We'll get back at it. Appreciate